NASA plans to create Moonlander 2. What's up guys? Hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we're going to talk about NASA's plan to create Moonlander 2. Alright, let's begin. NASA has announced its plans to create a second human lunar lander for its Artemis program. The agency's Central Spaceflight Initiative is to carry humans back to the moon. To create this vehicle, the space agency is visiting the commercial space companies to propose concepts for a lander that can take people to the moon's orbit and the lunar surface, with the main objective of having them prepared by 2026. NASA already holds an agreement with commercial partner SpaceX to develop a lunar lander for Artemis, which attempts to land the first woman and the first person of color on the moon. In 2021, the space agency granted a single contract to SpaceX worth $2.9 billion to develop their firm's future Starship vehicle into a lander that can take humans to the lunar surface. Both NASA and SpaceX are working towards completing the first Artemis lunar landing as early as 2025. However, this timeline is considered to be as uncertain. NASA had initially wanted to pick two companies to create human lunar landers for Artemis in order to inspire competitions and keep the cost low. The agency was going to pick the two winners from the three finalists, SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Dynetics. However, the agency eventually chose one, mainly due to the budget limitations. For the year 2021, NASA had requested $3.4 billion from Congress to support the development of Artemis lunar landers, but has only collected $850 million, which is just 25% of what was asked. As a result, NASA went with SpaceX as the firm had offered the most reasonable proposal. However, ruling to simply pick one company didn't sit well with the losing finalists. Blue Origin proceeded to charge NASA in federal court over the choice. Well, the company eventually lost its case. Despite the lawsuit, NASA Administrator Bill Nelson reflected his intentions to have two lunar lander providers with hope that Congress would fund the initiative. But at one point, it looked as if Congress would authorize NASA to make that happen. In October, the Senate Appropriations Committee initiated a bill that would direct NASA to pick a second firm to develop a lunar lander for Artemis. However, the most recent budget bill that was signed for 2022 did not force NASA to do that, but it gave the space agency the full $1.195 billion that it asked to develop lunar landers. Now, NASA is confirming official plans to choose another company's lunar lander, as the agency had wanted to do all along. During a press conference, Nelson said, "Competition leads to better and more reliable outcomes. It helps everybody. It benefits NASA and benefits the American people." NASA now hopes to put out a draft call for suggestions at the end of the month, with plans to publish a final call later this spring. SpaceX is also going to get qualified to compete these new competitions for a contract. In light of this statement, NASA says it will make some changes to SpaceX's existing contract. NASA's actual contract with the firm allows SpaceX to conduct an uncrewed landing on the moon as a presentation test before conducting the first crewed landing in the mid-2020s. The first landing, which will mark NASA's return to the moon with humans since 1970s, will be called Artemis 3 and should receive a lot of attention. After this, SpaceX would have moved on to a new active contract with NASA, where the space agency would purchase individual flights of the Starship lander to proceed going back to the moon. NASA plans work with SpaceX under its original contract to conduct a possible third crewed landing after Artemis 3. Then after that, SpaceX and the new firm that NASA picks would probably compete for upcoming Artemis missions, only if the providers are prepared. A lot of these things rely on buy-in from Congress, which may occur since some lawmakers suggest their desire for NASA to pick up a second lunar lander. NASA would not say how much it plans to ask for in development funding, but with President Biden's budget request scheduled for release on March 20th, the number should be available pretty soon. Nelson said that he expects the funds to materialize. The company is expecting to have both Congress support and that of the Biden administrations, and are expecting to get this competition started in the year 2023 budget. Alright, that's it for today's video. But before we confess our final goodbye, please note new videos are uploaded regularly on a wide variety of tech-related topics. Comment on our videos to let us know what you want to see next. If you like watching our content, please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching.